Welcome back to the broadcast as we celebrate Downton Abbey and all things British. Royal chef Darren McGrady is here in the Sub-Zero Wolf Bentwood kitchen to whip up a Victorian breakfast you may have seen on Downton Abbey. Good morning, Chef.
Good morning.
I'm so excited. What is this dish?
This is a salmon kedgeree, and it's a dish that Mrs. Patmore makes in the very first show. It's a breakfast dish, and it's a Victorian dish, and it's one that we used to make at Buckingham Palace all the time whenever the Queen entertained. Yes.
So they still make it today?
Still made today in the royal kitchens.
Oh,
yes.
Goodness. I can't wait to try. And I just have to say, everybody, notice all this beautiful copperware and like these big, heavy mixing pots. These are the kind of things Mrs. Patmore really uses in the Downton Abbey kitchen, which I love.
And we'll talk about these in just a few minutes. Especially look at my spice tray. I mean, that's Victorian.
Is so cool.
That's what they have in the area. Look, my salt and pepper.
That. This
everything
is like a cook's dream. I'm loving this. So exciting. Okay, I'm gonna let you just take it away on this recipe.
Okay, now if you think back to the Victorian era, everyone was eating fatty foods, but in small portions. They were eating 4 and 5 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, and then dinner, and maybe a little something before they went to bed. So, we've got lots of cream in this dish, and I've taken some cream and reduced it down. And into that, I've got some rice. This is basically a leftovers dish. Okay. So I've got some rice from the night before. Maybe we had a chicken supreme with rice on the menu.
And there was some rice just left over.
Just left over from the day before. Look at that. And that goes into our hot cream. And we just stir that around until it starts to get hot.
You did put some herbs in there, right?
I put some salt and pepper in there. Okay. And then back to our empire, because, you know, we still had all that Indian influence and everything else. We put some curry powder in there, too. Just to give it a little warmth. And the Queen, she didn't eat curry much, but she'd actually have a little bit of this curry spice in here. So look at this, it's like a sort of an English rice pudding at the moment. You smell those curry flavours.
That does smell good.
Then I've got some salmon left over from dinner again last night, some poached salmon that I'm just going to spoon into there as well.
Oh my goodness, this looks so comforting.
But this is a fabulous food that we used to serve for the Queen and the royal family and their guests before they went off hunting on a Saturday morning, hunting and shooting, and they'd be in the hills all day. And so, you know, a little bit of cream, they'd soon walk that off.
Oh, sure. They needed something to
Can you pass me the salt, please? I think a little more salt in there.
Sure.
Thank you. Take out my salt.
Is this like an antique?
Yeah, this is Victorian. Have a look at this, this little centre one. This is for nutmeg.
Oh my
Isn't that
gosh,
fantastic?
that is so neat.
Grating nutmeg in there if we want to.
I want one of these. I gotta have this.
You can take that one home. So once I've got all of those ingredients in there together, I've got some eggs, because we always serve the eggs at breakfast too.
Some hard-boiled eggs.
Some hard-boiled eggs. And then I'm just going to cut those in half, like that.
Your eggs are perfect.
Thank you. I've done them once or twice before.
I'm sure you have.
And then, of course, because it's going upstairs.
Yes, the bell has been ringing, right? They're
absolutely.
hungry and they're ready for their dish.
So we can just take this and pour it.
And what I think is so interesting is how they serve them in bed so much, especially at breakfast.
Well, you know, that's what happens. You know, that's what happens.
Did you really serve them in bed?
Well, not me personally, but
well, you gave it to, but you gave it to your
helpers. Yes, they did. And you know, we talk about the kedgeree and doing the kedgeree. We do this for the royal dining room for breakfast, but it was only for the men. The ladies all had breakfast trays
in their bed.
Individual breakfast trays with wooden trays that sat on their bed. Yes.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is beautiful. All right. So and then you lay eggs on top. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful, Darren.
And then
how gorgeous
some green onions we sprinkle over the top.
And it just looks so pretty and
then some English parsley.
This silver dish. All right, well, we got to wrap up. I'm going to take a dive. I'm going to dive into this here in just a second. This is gorgeous, Darren.
Let's get it upstairs.
Yes, we shall take it upstairs.
Daisy!
Don't go anywhere because Darren is sticking around with us to show us much more British wonderful recipes. It's spot on. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Thank you.